December the 15th meeting. Bobby, if you would, call the roll.
City of Benton, Todd Peterson.
Here.
City of Bryant, Morale Winkle.
Here.
Salem Water, Digby Kentner.
Here.
City of Haskell, Bobby Westbrook, present. Southwest Water, Jason Temple. Saline County Water and Sewer, Jamie Reagan. He is absent, he will not be here tonight. City of Shannon Hills, Mike Kemp.
Here.
East End Water, Kim Cross.
Here.
We have a quorum with 7 present and 1 absent.
Thank you.
Maybe have a board meeting, I think, at the same time, otherwise.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He called.
Vicki, if you don't mind, I have something to share on
Yes,
behalf
ma'am.
of the City of Bryant, please.
Go
Yes.
ahead.
Over the past couple months, Mayor Treat and the new Public Works Director, Ted Taylor, and I have had many conversations kind of about the trajectory of Saline Regional and my role in it. I'm going to read my request from December 1st to Mayor Treat for all of you, just so that you guys know what's going on. As you know, I genuinely valued the opportunity to represent Bryant on the Saline Regional Public Water Authority Board. The project is important to our region, and I am proud of the work that has been accomplished so far. Over the past year, my responsibilities here at Bryant have grown both in scope and significance, and I am deeply committed to advancing our internal initiatives, supporting our departments, and positioning the city to be strong, resilient, and forward-thinking in its water and wastewater planning. Because of this, I believe that shifting the Saline Regional Public Water Authority board seat to someone whose primary focus can remain on regional representation would be the best decision for both the City of Bryant and for the authority. I respectfully request to be replaced as Bryant's board member. This is not a request to step away from supporting the project. I am more than willing and fully committed to continuing to assist the mayor and the city behind the scenes in any capacity he feels helpful. My goal is to simply ensure that my professional role aligns with where I can have the greatest impact while still supporting you in the Saline Regional project in a way that is sustainable. I deeply care about the success of Saline Regional, but my priority is to focus on growing within the City of Bryant and contributing to our internal progress. I believe this adjustment will allow me to do that effectively while still ensuring that the authority receives the guidance and support it needs from us. As of this morning, when we met with Mayor Treat, he officially accepted my request. So starting January 1st of 2026, Mayor Treat will be the board representative for the City of Bryant.
Counselor, can I refuse to accept that and keep him too?
I wish I could. But Article 4 of our Constitution says that the Board of Directors shall be, quote, designated by the constituent entities from time to time. I think you're compelled to accept her resignation.
Thank you. Thank you for your service.
You don't have to do it joyously.
That's where I'm at.
Hey, he can still send her whenever he wants to.
Yeah.
And she could always be his proxy. And I have confidence in him as well.
Let me tell you what I told another gentleman sitting right behind him.
Yeah.
One time, we were talking about Mayor Treat filled in for it back sometime, and I told him, I said, if you would, tell the mayor he did a good job, but actually he would be my 3rd or 4th choice.
Totally understand that.
Mayor Treat leads the city in a very good manner. He will do the same on the Saline Regional Board. He will do a good job representing the city. So I've enjoyed my time on the board and look forward to seeing what the project does.
Right, it is with a lot of regret, as you know. I will accept that, but I don't like it. Any more comments?
Well, I'd like to say how much I appreciate you, Mariah. Your leadership and your get it done attitude has really helped us get down the road, and we just want to say thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Thank you.
There's no doubt whatsoever that she's appreciated. She's helped us a lot.
Thank you.
And I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I think that's a good move. And we'll all benefit from it, I know. So, anything else? You can stay up here if you want to for the rest.
She's still a voting member.
I'm still voting member.
She's still a voting member. I was listening.
January 1st. January 1st.
She's not a voting member right now.
Yeah. We'll use that date on her. Before we approve the minutes, I want to let everyone know we will have an executive session at the very end of this meeting after the public comment meeting. We're going to have a short one. And we will leave here. Mariah, if you'll show us how to get into that room right there where the bright board goes, we borrow that, sir. We'll be in there just a little while. Everybody can stay there where it's warm, and we'll retire in there and come right back. All right. If there's no more comments or anything, I would entertain a motion to accept the minutes from the November 17 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Bobby, when you're through writing, would you give us our financial?
All right, excuse me. Checking account number 2, which is the First Security main operating account. We have beginning balance of November the 1st, 2025 of $111,019.57. We had deposits a total of $139,675.27. We had disbursements in the amount of $132,226.16, leaving an ending balance of November the 30th of $118,468.68. Gateway CDs, there's no activity. There's still, the balance is $47,870.79. Checking account number 3, which is the easement acquisition account. We had a beginning balance November the 1st of $21,878.48. We had total deposits of $47,976.67, and no disbursements, leaves an ending balance of $69,855.15. The money market account at First Service Bank, we had a beginning balance November the 1st of $194,393.79. We had $11,400.14 deposited. Leaves an ending balance of November the 30th of $205,793.93. And Rhonda, it's your turn.
Yep.
How are you all doing? You've got your packet there. The only change, and I was going to surprise Todd and let him know that I caught it, and he caught it for me too. So,
No, he didn't.
of course, that's what I like about him. I love it, having somebody double checking me at all times. Anyway, on the billing, we do only bill for the administrative services at the $400 a month, the $53. The county does not like to reimburse that because that could be used for other things besides this project, because it is for data. It is for internet connection. So the actual amount that we will be billing for the operational piece is $143,407.67. It's at $400. It's about $53 less than what I have sent you. And then right up above that, you'll see a section for $18,144.40. That is for easements that I'm preparing to turn in. I will not turn that in, however, until after the first of the year, because I think we're working some others, and it's a smaller amount that we can float until I can do one larger. I like to do them in large bundles. I think it works better with the county to do that.
Can I ask a question right here? Mm-hmm. And maybe Sean, do we need to change that account, more money? There's a lot more coming down the pipe.
Yes, that is one of the things that I want us to discuss and ask.
Sorry.
No, sir. I think we have had some discussions in the easement committee that I was privileged to sit in on, and had some talks and conversations. If we could do a loan from the meter fee account for $100,000, it would be a loan, because I know we want that meter fee account to be for y'all when this opens, to pay for things to get it up and going. It would strictly be a loan that would go into the easement account that would then give us, if we keep the 120 that's in there, then 100,000 more, that will be 220,000. We'll free up for some larger easement payments that we know are probably coming. It'll make it a little less stressful on me, worrying in the middle of the night if I've approved checks that Oh my gosh, anyway, so, but it would be considered a loan from the meter account, and when the easements are done, we'll just pay it back, because we'll get reimbursed for them. So that is a recommendation. I think is that correct, Sean? Okay, that is a recommendation that I would like for y'all to consider if you may. And I guess you will need to make a motion to adopt that.
What was the amount?
100,000.
Just use that.
100,000 additional from the meter account. We have, what is it, 200? We have the money in the meter account, it's not an issue at all.
I attended that meeting as well, and there is some benefit to having cash available so you can complete this easement transaction. If you make these folks wait, sometimes they can walk away. So it would be very useful.
Yeah.
Would you make that motion?
Absolutely.
Somebody make that motion, get Bobby write it down. We're going to read it again.
That we allow Sandra to make a loan from the meter fund to our easement account of $100,000.
Second.
Got that, Bobby? We'll make him right awfully fast.
I'm not saying anything. I've learned better.
I'm waiting on him to quit. I know, and then you can call for the vote.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Second by Mike, right?
Right.
To loan from the meter account to the easement acquisition account of $100,000.
Any more questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Yeah, I agree.
Then you'll see the rest of the documents in there. There is your ARPA funding total, the rolling balance. We're sitting at about 3.6 million right now on it.
That's 200,000 less than the last meeting, right?
Yes, sir. It's going down about 200,000, and it will go down even faster if we do some of these larger easements that we're talking about doing. You can see your receivables. We are waiting on 188,000 from the county that should be coming in. I know one of them, the easement amount of 47,000 has been cut and is in the mail. The other, for the operating account, she had some questions, but the lady was out today, so I'm not exactly sure what those questions would be, since it was pretty standard, you know. Anyway, so we'll get those in. The question
So
is,
last month still has not been, last month that we approved, the 140 as of today, still has not been received? Okay.
still has not, 47,000 of it should be coming, 140.
Yep.
Hopefully they'll ask me about it tomorrow while I'm driving down the road, so, and I can find out what that is, and if it's just one small piece of it, I'm gonna say, hold that piece, send us the rest, we'll figure it out. I have a feeling it may be the John Penn excavating, an older bill that we missed coming into the inbox that you sent me. I have a feeling it may be that one is in question, but I'll work with them on that.
That's on this processing.
Oh, it is on this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
that
that's-
should,
Josh Penn?
I'm sorry, it is on this one.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. I've just got to wait and see, you know, sorry. Wish I had answers, but I've called them and emailed them and asked them about it, because I really wanted, I know we're early this month because we bumped everything up, but I was trying to get everybody paid and everything covered. You had asked the question last week, or last month, I think, about how much have we paid on easements so far. And I tried to go back and look, because some were done before I, you know, really dug into it. It looks like about 670,000 so far.
670.
It's been paid on easement so far. Now, that does not include, you know, the land purchase that we made. Those aren't easements, that's actual land purchase. So, anyway, I've got the invoice that you're looking at here that is set to be sent tomorrow. I've already got it scheduled on the email to go to her, so it will go out automatically, because I am leaving out of town early tomorrow morning. Won't be back till January 4th. So, but I have left Bobby the checkbooks, if there's anything that needs to be done. He has the easement checkbook. Bobby and Dickie are signers on everything anyway. They'll just make copies for me if there's anything that needs to be done. I have cut the checks for any bills that we had for this month, and he is holding them until we see if we get that reimbursement check from the county in. When he gets that in, then we can release those checks. So, that's it.
Since you brought it up, I was going to ask anyway, the Josh pin. What is that popped up on your
It was an
reimbursement?
old invoice that they had sent us that we were not aware of. And Josh asked, why has this not been paid? My understanding, Bobby, Dickie, y'all are the ones that really,
It went back to September. Just
Okay.
found out today.
Okay,
And he's bad about doing that. He's not in a hurry, when we pay him.
Let me tell you where, he sent the email to the old email address. We never got it. He didn't send it to the one we used to have.
okay.
So that, and then they called and asked me where the check was at, why hadn't it been paid? So I sent a copy of it to Rhonda, told her to go ahead and pay it.
Okay.
yeah, they sent it to us. It was for site work.
It
They
was
did
way
it way back when he was doing that site work.
That's fine, it's just,
That's good to ask that now.
yeah, I just was like, where did that come from all of a sudden?
Digging the test holes, Todd, remember we talked about them? They had to do, what was that group that they dug the test holes?
It was, basically it was support for the geotechnical crew.
Geotech, yeah.
I got you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And the, well, that's it.
Yeah.
I do remember down at the intake, they had to do some,
And it's water treatment.
had to work, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
And there was a tree blew down in the middle of that, and he did that, on that. And he was sitting there with a big machine, he took care of that.
okay. All right, I just,
Good. Thanks for asking.
Yes. Yes.
Appreciate it. Any other questions? I'm wide open. Y'all can ask questions or come in and do something different. So, anyway, I appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful holiday. And if you say prayers that I don't go crazy going to visit with my grandkids.
Yes. You need them, I know. Be safe, lady. Any more question on finance? Not, I would entertain a motion to accept.
so moved.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed, motion passed. Thank you very much. Now, bless you. We're in the old business, and I'm gonna jump ship on you a little bit here, and we're gonna move, Counselor, I wanna move number 6 to number 1, so we can talk about Sardis and Tull. And, then they can leave, I know you have to leave early, so I won't.
No, I don't.
Oh, that's changed? Okay, that's even better. We'll go ahead and do 6 and 1, okay? All right. What we did, we've been working on this for several weeks, some of us. Mariah raised a question in the last meeting, which was a great question, about a lot of people are calling now, talking, and wanting in. They're serious about getting in this project. So Mariah said, well, we got to be sure we have enough water before we can do that. That was a great statement. So at that time, we asked Sardis and Tull, who have been with us the longest, so we put them at the top of the list. And Harry drew up we asked them to make a positive comment to us that they wanted in, that the board could see they were serious. So Perry drew up a little 4-page thing, 3 or 4-page thing, and I'm going to ask Roger if he will to go first. And I've been talking to him every other day, I'd say, with you, Jeff, at least. And so we're really behind them. We want to make this happen if we can. Now, if you'll get this thing out, y'all have a copy. Roger, you have a copy of your thing indicating that you're very sincere about wanting it. So
we prepared a letter based on y'all's request, and then after I prepared that letter, the board president signed it. I then received the document that.
outstanding. You got any questions for Mr. Young?
Yeah, I was just curious, on the agreement, in 4 different places in the agreement, it talks about the attached wholesale water supply agreement. It was not attached with this document, so I haven't seen what the agreement's gonna say. I know what it would probably say, but I
Yes.
don't think any of these guys went through their approvals with their boards or commissions without the
I
actual
know it
agreement.
was, I've been wrong before, but I believe it was sent when it was first sent out, and I don't think I sent it directly to you. You got it?
He didn't.
Somebody.
You didn't, no.
I didn't. It's the generic blank agreement that everyone here signed. I'll send it to you tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I couldn't really do anything with it, with this document that you guys have until I had that, because it's very, I mean, nobody wants to sign anything that says you're gonna, based on this, you're gonna have to sign the agreement that we give you without having the agreement first.
Roger, what that was the board basically wanted a commitment. So we tried to roll that into one.
That's what y'all want.
Yeah, so,
If you do, I'll give it to you, but I thought that this, we're just gonna go over that, so.
we have time. You wanna wait till we get the contract and everything to get it? So we know him and Toe are in, or you wanna sign this, say when they're coming, and then do the contract? I'm listening.
No reason why we could just go ahead and accept this letter that that's
That's
to
what
me
y'all
is
asked for.
something that's a letter of intent, but we still, and he can come back with the other later. I mean, to me, that kind of preserves his position,
That's better than nothing. Put it
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
That be okay, Roger?
Yeah, y'all want my letter?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
then
So-
do I still need to execute this one?
I would think so, is what I would think.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
And the reason I say this, I see Trey shake his head.
So you want this contract coming to you tomorrow or whatever?
Well,
We'll work on that?
I wasn't here last month, so I didn't hear any of this, but
right.
our meeting is the 3rd Monday.
Right.
So that's where I was supposed to be tonight, but I felt I needed to come here, so.
You need to be here. You're right.
The manager's taking care of that meeting, so I just needed to know how to proceed, because I don't want to hold this thing up anymore. I know you guys are ready to move forward.
You're not gonna hold anything up. You'll go ahead and do that commitment letter tonight. We'll get the contract took care of, all that by the next meeting. Will that be okay?
Our commitment letter, what you're referring to, right?
That okay, Barry?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it
fine.
just, and I'm hearing that you didn't get the underlying contract for the first time, right?
Okay? Well, sorry, I've asked for it several times, maybe not directly to you, but
It is basically something that says, if you change A, B, and C, we will agree to the rest of it, and we promise we'll come in. That precipitates engineering expense and recalculation of the overall project. And that's why I was that specific, was so that you know exactly 100% what you get. I'm sending you the bylaws, I'm sending you the agreement, I'm sending you the option.
okay.
I like it. All right. You good, Roger?
Yeah.
All right, so, I know you can't make quite the commitment or go as far along as they are. You've got some things you've got to work at. But would you be opposed to doing a commitment letter that Toe is interested and sincere about this project?
Yeah, I can get one of those done.
Okay,
So you-
take it back to the council, listening.
Can you
Yes.
come to the microphone?
Yeah.
I thought it was me.
No, I saw it on that. Is that better?
It's a nosebleed situation.
Sorry, you didn't have to come to the microphone.
I like you.
You picking on me?
Because you call me too much.
Yeah, you don't answer your phone either. No, just kidding. I'll remember that next time he calls me. Yeah. Okay, you have to go back to my council with all this, so I've got this, I got it a couple of days ago, emailed to me. And I know they're gonna wanna see some kind of agreement also, like Sardis is talking about, but I can get a commitment letter done and get it to you.
Okay, Harry, will that get him a contract copy too?
If you'll give me your email address, I'm so sorry.
I'll write it down for you.
That'd be great.
All right, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Moore is getting his right
I got a question.
No.
now.
Yeah,
So I don't think I have any more questions. I've kind of looked at this. And,
sure.
I'll just take it back to my council because they hadn't seen this to get to look at it yet. And then but we're very interested in Saline Regional Water. So,
Yes, sir.
and we'll get the commitment letter.
And there'll be some questions coming about how much water probably you're.
Yeah, because I've gotten with Malvern and they still hadn't got back with me yet on how much water I'll have to take, because I need to know that so I can get with Saline Regional to see, how we're gonna balance out how much water we're gonna take from Malvern. Since Malvern has dropped us from retail water and we're going to wholesale water, and that's
Sure.
effective November the 1st, 2026.
Next
We'll go to straight wholesale water with Malvern.
Yeah.
And then, but I've called them twice, and I think it's Carl Wheatley still hadn't got back with me on how much water I'm gonna have to take from Malvern.
Okay.
The least and the most.
Perla back too, aren't they?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
They are. CAW.
CAW's got them, CAW's got Perla right now, but Malvern's saying they're gonna take it over.
Yep. They can't afford not to be honest with you.
No,
They have
really
to.
can't.
Okay, so anybody have any questions for me? And I'll get that commitment letter for you. But all this looks fine to me. I don't know a lot though, but it looks good.
Yeah. Yep. All right, thank you. We'll move on. Hey, your question, Bob?
What contract are you asking for, Roger? What contract are you asking for? The one that we have signed now or a new one?
Well, we don't have what I refer to as your,
Update.
the update to the agreement we received back when it was $2.50 per meter, and it wasn't volumetric water.
That's right.
Okay, so those things were gonna be changed to the 25 cents per meter.
But you were talking about sending him a contract like we signed, right?
I think, actually,
It's the contract that's referred to in Perry's letter. That's what he's wanting. He says he did not get that.
sir, you got the contract that everyone here has signed with a 3-page agreement that says, if you'll change this and remove that, we will join. Nobody here
I
has,
received that.
Yell at him.
that's what I had
If
said.
we're gonna have discussions, you need to come to the microphone.
Yeah.
I did it again.
Well, you have one on the table, but we can't hear it.
Okay, Roger?
Well, I guess what I'm referring to is this 4-page agreement. It says agreement to enter wholesale water sale and purchase agreement. Okay, so we did receive a wholesale water sale and purchase agreement back, okay, when, I don't know, it's been a few months ago. And we said
Yes.
that we did not know we were gonna have to pay the $2.50 per meter for
Right.
our entire system.
I remember.
And y'all agreed to change to some volumetric measures.
Yep.
And also the 25 cents per meter would be acceptable.
Yep.
And we gotta go back and pay what we already owe from back. But I guess I'm referring to a revised wholesale water sale and purchase agreement. A revised one that shows these numbers that have been changed.
Wouldn't that have to be revised for everybody then? Wouldn't we have to get new ones?
Squaring the circle that you just have described, what I did was send him our existing contract with what we termed an option that said, nobody here has had this ratified by their respective board yet. The only contract I could send him was the one in existence, not a hypothetical one. However, his offer or option, if you will, says, as a condition, that we will revise Article 3.02 and Exhibit 2 to the attached contract to read 25 cents per meter per month ad infinitum. And that, in turn, would require us to go back to our respective boards, city councils, and get approval for the modification of the contract. That kicks into gear action on behalf of 7 to 8 different constituents. But I have not, as yet, Mr. Moran, generated the new and improved contract, if you will. It put as a condition of your acceptance our going ahead and making those revisions to suit you, because we haven't done that yet, or they have not done that yet.
What if we can't get it passed? What if we can't get it passed?
Then he has the option to back out.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's why we wanted the letter. We didn't want to have to go to all of our boards for something that might not even take place. Y'all, if y'all backed out, I mean, why are we have all these entities doing this if we don't even have something solid from y'all that you're definitely going to come if you get these things? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand, but.
And Mr. Mayor, that's why I did what I did.
You did good.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I apologize, I was under the understanding y'all just needed a letter from us.
Yeah, that's what I.
Basically, that's
I
what
think
we
that
asked
is,
for,
yeah.
was that commitment letter.
And I didn't receive this until
Yeah.
Yes.
Wednesday last week.
Yeah. Perry, when will you have drafted contracts for us to take back to our
When
boards to get
Hull
signed?
and/or Sardis say that they will join us if we make those changes.
Okay.
Okay, is that accomplished
It's,
by
I
a
think,
letter?
a rational flow of decision-making.
Yeah, yeah, makes
I
sense.
think it's by you signing that, you're saying you will accept those conditions. Am I correct?
As revised,
As revised.
Okay,
Not the 250, but the new 25 cents per meter, and then the $5.04 volumetric per 1,000, I think is what it was.
In the contract that Perry's going to send over.
Yes.
And then if we can't get it passed by our boards, then you guys have the decision to back out of the one that you signed. It's contingent on us getting it passed for 25 cents and
That'd
540.
be clear as mud, isn't it?
But if you sign, well, I understand it, Roger, if you sign that slip that Perry sent you, that will give him authority to write up new contracts to send out to everybody,
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
and then the expenditure of time and capital to vote on a new and improved contract with those revisions in it.
Yeah, because it's gonna cost us money, 'cause we have to pay you.
well,
Even just for y'all to think about it.
Yeah.
It costs us money.
the reason that I wanted to bring this up tonight is because where it said in here 4 times that city attached, it was not there.
Yep.
So you guys can
Confusing.
act on something you didn't have either. So,
Yeah.
right, that's,
Yeah, definitely.
Now, you've had it, it's just that you have to read the underlying agreement in light of the option that you have contingent on those changes being made.
Thank you, Roger.
Did we help you any, Roger?
I guess I'll take the agreement he's referring to and show it to my board, along with this, and they're gonna sign it. I mean, I've been telling y'all that, but I know you want something in writing, so we will get it. We'll call a special meeting to make it happen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you.
we're not, I don't think you have to have a special meeting, because you can do it at your January meeting.
Well,
It's the
okay.
third Monday of the month.
Well, I didn't know what kind of rush y'all went.
No,
You can do it at the January meeting.
not even the
And then
25
we.
cents.
We go back to
and then
regular-
This board will go to our fourth
We go back-
Thursday and move forward from there.
You were
We'll go
telling
back to
me
fourth Thursday in January, right?
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
understanding,
okay.
yes.
you're not on time frame.
Yeah, please.
We need you.
And on the 25 cents back to 2018, that would be due when you signed the new contract. And not until then.
And also, you remember, you go back and look at each year, what you are today don't mean that's what it was in 2018. We
Yeah,
talked
yeah,
about.
you got it.
You did, you gave us one, Tug. I went over that with Tug. Do each year, you save you some money. Any questions, Jeff?
I got one.
Come on.
The microphone. Cause I'm confused now, so.
I know, that's right.
This contract here is good though, right? This agreement,
Is it 4 pages or 11?
it's
pages?
4.
Okay. That basically is like an offer that says, I'll agree to this attached contract, which is 11 pages, if you make these changes, and one of those changes include reducing the per month meter fee. So like Mr. Moore, you don't have the attached underlying blank plain vanilla template to attach it to, but I just sent it to your email just now.
Okay, and so y'all, so I can wait and do my January meeting and not
Yes,
call
sir.
a special
You
one?
don't call a special meeting. We don't like them either, so we understand.
Okay, so I'll do it. I think ours will be on the 5th or something. It's the first Monday
I'll probably be
next
there.
month. Yeah, you need to come, yeah.
Yes, sir.
There's a place for you to fill in your minimum that you're gonna want.
Yeah, well, I got to figure that out with my engineer, which is Carl Hansen.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got that, but first we gotta figure out how much we're gonna get from Malvern.
Yes,
And
sir.
they're difficult to deal with. So,
And Perry, for the contracts, when you send them to us, contingent on both of them signing, will you include on the back page the capacity with them added, with the minimum and maximum, so we could see what we're at?
It's right there for them to fill in, but yes,
Yeah, I mean, once they fill it in, when you give it to us to get signed, so that our city council can see how many MGD were accounted for out of the 15 MGD plant.
yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
thank y'all.
No, thank you.
I think y'all are wise for getting in now,
Yes.
because there are gonna be folks down the road that are gonna say, I wish I had.
While we're on this subject, what's the name of that water association supposed to be here, the Little Creek?
Little Creek.
Little Creek Water Association from Sheridan. They were supposed to be here last month and told us at the TOA meeting they were coming tonight. I don't see them, so we'll move on. Anyway, hold on one second here.
Hey, just a quick question.
Go.
Matt, on the initial phase of the water treatment plant, what's the size going to be? Is it 15 MGD?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the initial plant's going to have 15 MGD, and according to our Exhibit 2 of our contract right now, we are allocating up to 11.275 MGD. So there is some available capacity to delegate out to ourselves or to anybody else that might join, right?
Am I incorrect in saying that the 10 state standards does say that at 80% capacity of a treatment plant, you need to start major capital improvement upgrades?
It's not 10 states, but it's a health department policy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say that again.
But you're not required to do it.
It's a health department policy.
Again,
Yeah.
Hypothetically, would the health department approve plans for a plant when you're already at 80% capacity?
I don't know.
Okay.
To get back to the point that Mariah's making, that's a good point, is just how much of the, the 11.275, I didn't calculate, what percentage of 15 is that?
Oh, we did the
And
math.
so-
12% would be 12, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But, so
Yeah.
technically, we can max out the plant, but eventually we would need to expand it if we're gonna take on more customers or if we want more capacity ourselves.
I don't know if we can say that, because my question was, would health department approve plans if you put them in front of them
Yep.
for a 12 MGD allocation and saying our plant's only gonna do 15, so that's already 80%?
Yeah.
If I was the health, I'm just asking, and no one has asked the health department
You're
that.
You'd be
using
locked.
you're using the max day calculation by doing that?
Yeah.
yeah, that's the max calculation.
Yeah,
Which is 1.5 times the.
and they require that of us to use for our booster pump station. Anything that we do treatment-wise is required to
If
use.
that was
our
our
plants.
only water supply, that is very limiting. but we have multiple, some of us have multiple water supplies, so it would be less of a criteria for us. Like Southwest, we got Benton and other.
I'm not sure how Bryant would react to that, because we're going to obviously renegotiate our contract with CIW on the terms of what we can get from Saline Regional, so it's not really in our best interest to be paying for 2 MGD if we only need to take 0.25.
I get you.
So, I mean, we're trying to go to Saline Regional as the sole source of water, so we're not going to keep a backup with CAW on the exact same payment agreements that we have already. So that would be tough to swallow.
I get you. In that scenario, you're going to be very dependent on that and don't need that to be jeopardized at all.
Yeah, we could probably take the water from CAW, but it would be at a much different rate than we're getting right now, and that would not be very desirable to have to pull from them.
It's a good point. I just kind of want to get my head wrapped around it.
Yeah, we need to start now. Anything else? If not, Sean, would you be about ready for start our easement committee report, and could you go right into that Crook property on Salem Road, please?
Since Ron just stole my thunder on the asking for 100,000. It's all good. All right, so Matt's gonna pull up the Crook property as well. Y'all know that's out on Congo Road. It's the 2 acres that sold recently. Been talking to the owners. At first, we wanted 100 feet off that south side. They didn't like that at all. So talked to Matt, and then we backed it off to a 70-foot purchase along the south side. Matt's got a little bit different drawing there than what I have for y'all, because I wanted y'all to be able to see where their building site was going to be. What Matt has drawn in there is he's showing 2 36-inch pipes and a 12-inch finished water main coming out of the treatment plant, which would be for Saline Regional customers. But it shows the 2 36-inch pipes going in, driveway going in, which is, I think we've got it worked out to where it's going to be enough room. They've kind of tweaked the driveway a little bit and did all that stuff. But if we do a sole purchase of that property, it'll allow us to have the driveway for access, and it gives us our easement all in one fell swoop. The problem is it's going to be a little bit pricey. I say it's a problem. It's going to be a lot cheaper than what we looked at buying the whole for sale property. Let me give y'all some selling points on purchasing the 70 feet. If you can see there on the west side of Congo Road, that's where the 36-inch raw water lines are coming from. If we can get that straight shot straight in to our 40 acres, and we don't have to do any bends or anything there, it's going to save us a lot of money. Because right there you would have to do at least 90-degree bends, if not some different types of bends. So there may be 2 to 3 bends there to be able to get it to go up Congo Road and then back into our property. And what are we, $25,000 per bend? So
What he said one time.
yeah, I would say at least 20 on those bends. So there's going to be some cost savings just in actual material for the pipeline. So if we add that into what we're going to purchase this property for, I think we're going to see that it's going to help us a lot. Plus we get the driveway out of the deal. So the deal is the guys are wanting $60,000 for the property, which is a half an acre. And then they're wanting us to take care of their building pad and all of that on the other side of the property, because they were wanting to build their building on that south side of the property, which is another, they're wanting $50,000 for that. So $110,000 for us to be able to get that 70-foot swath through there.
Let me ask you this, how big is that pad? You told me, I forgot. 80
They're
by-
showing an 80 by 120,
80 by 120. I'll get a quote on that.
yeah. So what I'm dealing with them is, they've got their mind set on a fixed number. And that fixed number total is $110,000. I mean, that's just how they're, and that's what we've come up with is, you're gonna look at earthwork on, on their building pad, because it does fall off. And then $60,000 for the actual purchase of that piece of property. Whenever we get over to the east side of that property, where the yellow line is drawn, it's about right in there, I'm trying to look on, yeah, right where the yellow line's drawn, that's where the Purcell property picks up. So we'll have to carry that 70 foot all the way over to our property,
Yes, sir.
which is on the east side there.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know, I know Randy stepped out, but I don't know where Randy's at with talking to the Purcells.
Yes, he's been on hold.
On hold on that, okay. I think it's a doable deal either way. If we can get
It is.
if we can get
We have
this.
to have it.
Right, if we can get the half acre there, the 70 foot coming in, once we go towards our property, we can either do it by easement or we can do it by
He's
purchase.
coming back in, I see it.
But anyway, that's where I'm at with the crux is,
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty much a fixed price of, they're wanting $110,000. And that's what, when we looked at it, it came up 60/50.
So the 110 is for the property plus the,
No, 110 would be total, so 60,000 for the property, 50,000 for their
Yeah,
dirt
that's-
work and
yeah.
prepping of their property. But if you do the cost savings on us not having to go a different route,
Oh,
put fittings in and we're a straight shot in, I mean,
so much better.
that's my opinion, I think it's a really good
Yeah.
deal. We'll still have to talk to the Purcells about the spot
Yes.
in between the two.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good option for them.
We
Now,
need
the only other thing that's, I know that we talked about this being a private road coming into our facility. I'm gonna step over to this one here. I understand the whole private road thing, and so that would be a private drive all the way down to here, okay? But one of the selling features for these guys here is allowing a driveway access. And I really think it's gonna be a selling feature for the Purcells as well. Just due to how, you can see this is kind of a pipe stem coming in here, and it's cut off completely here. So they have no access to this back piece of property. These guys are kind of hamstrung a little bit, because they only have one drive entrance that they might get in here. But if we allow another drive entrance, then
You're talking about that, open it up for Purcells to sell that to somebody that already has access.
right, and so if we do that, then we put our gate back
Yes.
here, to where it's our 40 acres. So that was kind of some of the selling features I'm trying to get them
I like that.
to bite off on that. It'll be a little bit cheaper, I think, than what we were gonna look at paying for the Purcell property.
Yeah.
And it'll just be what we need, So, anyway, but I do need to know if y'all are okay with that purchase price of that half acre piece of property.
Discussion? Questions?
I was at the meeting and I pretty much asked every question I could think of, and I'm convinced that this is the best option at the best price for a piece of property that we really do need.
Way cheaper than $750,000.
It is what it is.
No question.
So I would recommend we move forward with that.
Anybody else?
Are you gonna move forward with that without knowing if the Purcell property is ready?
So that was it. Then you talk about having contingency. You had to purchase this, would be
That's what it
contingent
said.
upon the Purcell property. That was a good point. And I do recall you guys talking about that, because it would make no sense buying this piece of property and we can't get to the property yet.
Randy needs a direction too.
So, yeah.
I would say that we approve Sean to make an offer, but they need to understand that if that is just the first step. We now got to negotiate with the property owners behind them, and if it does not occur, then
Yeah, we're out.
we're out.
Yeah.
Put that in offer.
Mm-hmm. Randy, do you have any questions on this thing? Well, we're gonna talk about both of them at the same time, but go ahead.
So, I mean, number one, I mean, y'all got the power of eminent domain. And Curtis Ho, who is in charge of the Purcell property, is well aware of that and has mentioned it to me.
Yes, sir.
If you get the front tract,
Yeah.
it's a done deal. It's just a question of how much. That's all there is.
Yes, sir.
I mean, and you don't have to wait on them to say yes with eminent domain.
Yeah.
You go to the court, you file it, you put the money up with the court, you can put your bulldozer on it the next day. That's all there is to it. I've had it happen to me. I know what it is.
Don't say that.
Nobody wants to do that.
We work very hard. but not doing it.
That's the power of eminent domain.
We stay away from
Curtis
it.
knows
We'll pay a
that.
little more money to stay away from that.
Well, yeah, I get it,
But you're right.
it's very simple.
I'm with you.
And he understands it, and right now, Miss Helen is willing to go along with it, and the sooner you make them an offer, the better it's gonna be, because as soon as Miss Helen goes up above,
Mm-hmm.
it may or may not be more difficult, because now there's two couples as trustees or owners of that estate. And they're already on the page.
Yes, sir.
Okay, they're already on the page. It's just the quicker you make it happen, the sooner you're gonna have a deal. That's
All
what.
right, we need to put words in his mouth to tell them. That's what we're looking for. So the offer, we already have an appraisal type thing on the acreage over there, right?
Right.
So we need to know how much this is gonna be.
What's the acreage?
1.24.
1.24.
1.24.
And what are you offering to help people?
With road frontage?
For that half.
50?
Yeah?
50? 60,
for a
sorry,
half.
60.
Yeah, 60, that's
60.
a half acre.
Then
Yeah, I know.
the
So it's
offer to
120.
Purcell 60.
140,000 an acre?
You talking about 1.24
That's
acres?
that's what they
Talking about
do.
$80,000, 85. Take it and walk away.
Yeah. That's the cheapest thing we run into, I believe.
I have a question about the road. If we were to, should he tell them that there's going to be a public road? And would we have to build that road, if we did do that, would we have to build that road to the city of Benton standards?
It's not in the city of Benton.
If the county accepts it, it will have to meet their standard.
That's
County
correct.
is 60 foot wide right away, with a certain amount of SB2 and everything
Yes.
else.
It's
It needs to be private road to keep it at 30 foot.
I'm concerned about building that to, because we have to build it to a new standard. It wouldn't be a driveway, it'd be a road.
Yeah.
It could still be our private drive and just allow
You
them
don't have
access.
to build it to county standards.
I mean, I
Well,
don't
we
see
would,
that.
You would if
talking
it's-
about making it, naming it, or making it a road. Just wanna-
Public road,
I would say keep it
But I'm
private
saying,
road with their,
You
let
don't
them have access
have to
to it.
build it
No.
to county standards. You can build it 30 foot wide, give you two 15-foot driving lanes or.
We have-
You'd have to make it
we don't have
private.
room to do that. We don't have room, that's my point.
Oh.
We don't have room to do that. We have a 20-foot driveway, is all we have. It's only 70 feet wide.
Okay.
We have a 20-foot driveway shown in the store.
Hang on, you got 70 foot of space. Are you saying you don't want to put asphalt over the water lines, or?
Well, we would have to, that's what it would come down to. That's what I want to do.
I'm only interested in it being a private drive, and you can let the property owners use it for access, not for subdivision development, not for anything more than just a driveway.
Just trying to clarify what.
But if we keep it in that perspective, we're fine. We don't make any more agreements beyond that.
Yeah.
But so, don't bring it up to the percentage.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job of dissuading them from making the contingency that we get the next door property. I think that would be.
Sean, what was the appraised value of the Purcell taking?
48?
44 or something.
That's what I was doing.
Okay.
44?
48.
And
That was without road frontage, wasn't it?
No, that includes.
No, that included
That was for the whole 13.5 acres.
45,000 an acre.
Yeah.
yeah.
Including the road frontage?
Same we paid them in the back, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that matches what we bought the water plant site for
That's
and
right.
stuff. So we're more than good to make an offer, plus the, plus or minus what our easement committee has agreed to do for that appraised value. To go beyond that, we need a board decision. On the William and Scotty, the Crook property, that's not just straightforward. We're doing an improvement and buying easement or property at the same time. So it's a special condition
It is.
that the board's going
I
to.
don't think the easement committee has the right to unilaterally go out there and buy that piece of property.
No, they have
They can
within,
get an easement, but they can't buy the property, so that would have to be.
You're right.
But the purpose is to buy that Purcell property.
That's
So that
different.
needs to come through an action through the board.
you're right. That's not this easement.
Yeah, the easements don't have that.
That's right.
You
Offer them the same per acre money
Yeah.
as what you offer
The other one.
Howe or Kraft or whatever.
That's, effectively, that's $220,000 per acre is what the effective price
Yeah,
is.
not doing it.
Oh, I thought somebody said 60.
Yeah, I know, I said 60, that's what we're offering, but it's a half acre, so.
Yeah, it's 120.
Oh, you're only offering to buy the half an acre,
That's correct.
but the Purcell property needs to be offered the same per acre price in order to get a quick yes,
That's,
in my
That's
opinion.
not gonna happen.
Theirs is nowhere near the road.
Value.
Yeah, it's
No
not road
frontage
frontage.
at all. What we're talking about now.
Yeah, it's no road frontage.
And we're paying for the road frontage. That's why we're paying that much.
Okay.
I mean, that makes no sense to me, to give them the same thing, unless they're gonna build us an overpass to their land back there or something. I mean, we're having to build the overpass too.
Okay.
I mean, right?
So it's
Am I
1.2.
wrong?
I do not agree with you, sir.
Okay, so you think that land back there of theirs is just as valuable as this up here on the road?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, that's a good point, but hey, back to, is it 1.24 acres? 1.24 times 45,000, that's $55,800. That's a pretty nice offer. So we offer the appraised value of 45,000 an acre for 1.24 acres, that's 55,800. That's a reasonable offer, it matches what the value of the land adjacent to it, and we offer Crook the 60,000 for that land and 50,000 for the improvements. I'm good. I can go with that right now if y'all want to do that.
Mariah,
Sir?
comment?
I like that, yeah, I mean, I think that would make the most sense. Yeah, I definitely don't want to pay them the Purcell, offer the Purcell the same without that road
I don't want to
frontage.
set any unusual
Yes,
precedences.
yeah, no, I don't think it's worth the same, but I like your evaluation of going with the appraisal.
Mike?
I'm not gonna stand in the way of it, but I think that it flies in the face of all real estate logic.
Mm-hmm.
No, not what Jason just said, though. What Jason said is that you'd offer the Purcells for that 1.24 acres, what it appraised at.
Yeah.
And then you would offer the other people for that half acre, you'd offer them, what was it, 60,000? For
the-
a half acre,
Yeah.
because of the road frontage. So it's a different price than, we'd be getting 1.24 for, what, like 48,000? And then the half an acre for 60,000 because it's road frontage. So you would be paying a difference for the road frontage.
You're actually paying $110,000 for the 60 acres up front.
For the.
I mean, for the half acre up front.
Yeah.
Right.
Build a slab and the property.
it's broken into two different things with a special, and one of them is a special condition.
Right.
Just like Jason said.
That extra day work.
And is that what you're thinking here too? You're excluding that then?
No, I'm saying you're offering the people up front $110,000 to take a 70-foot right-of-way across. Need to offer themselves the same amount of money per acre. Everybody in this world thinks dollars per acre.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Dollars per acre.
But you're saying that the highway frontage doesn't mean anything?
Well, Purcell's already have highway frontage.
Yeah, and we're not taking that.
I understand.
We're taking the stuff in behind.
I
And
understand.
we're leaving them the highway frontage.
I understand.
Council,
I'm giving you my opinion, that's all.
I'm just giving you mine.
you'll be taking this to court if we have to, so, opinion.
You're better off getting an appraiser then, but the fact that you have eminent domain is the last step, is the last
Yes, sir.
domino to fall. You better be pretty close when it comes to valuation. I can see, I don't know how much it was appraised for per acre, 45, did I hear?
Yes.
1.25 times that to 1.25 times the 60 we're paying on the front, but $250,000 for a 70-foot strip that has no direct road access. You better have an appraisal to justify spending that kind of money.
All right. Yeah.
Fair enough. We do that, Sean?
Okay.
Get that
Thank
price
you.
right there.
I have no doubt you spend much money on
There's
it.
no reason to get the appraiser back out there. We've already got
The appraisal's
appraisals.
done.
That should have
Appraisals are
changed.
done.
It should have changed.
It's not gonna change.
No. All right, so appraisal?
You did it this year.
You've already done that.
On the Crooks
Get that
property,
going
what did it
for
appraise
26.
for? On the,
We didn't do theirs,
Yeah.
but they paid 70 an acre.
Yeah.
We didn't do an appraisal.
just based on what they paid
Yeah.
for it.
Paid 70 an acre.
They
The
paid
Crux paid 70 an acre,
Yeah.
Yep.
and we were gonna offer 60 an acre plus the 50, or plus the improvements.
60 for half an acre.
Oh, so we're offering, we're offering them 120 an acre, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
They had a bigger number, remember back when Sean first brought that?
$120,000.
200,000 or 300,000 for that.
Right.
For that.
They wanted 220 when I
Now
first
we're-
asked them for the
We're
100.
cutting back down to this.
I mean, that essentially is still 220 an acre, so
Yeah.
they haven't budged.
Nope, they haven't.
They just asked for it a different way.
Yeah, they got creative.
I agree.
I'm gonna try to build that pad for less than 50,000.
That's-
Well, here's the deal.
They want the money.
Yeah.
You building the pad for less than 50, they want 110. The question is, are we willing to pay 110? It's a yes or no question. It's real simple.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 60 for the land, 50 for the pad. That'll work. That's a yes or no question, not us trying to figure out, and we need to figure out, if it's a no, then we gotta reroute it up and figure another way in.
Yeah.
And then it might be buying $750,000 of Purcell, or it's spending how much money going down to sell in Berryborn. It's a question.
And we'll put that much money in that road, getting that thing ready. It'll be,
I've heard that moving the utilities that are in the way are
yeah, just moving them
Yeah.
astronomical.
going down.
Yeah.
You'll spend $200 a foot to build a road.
All right,
With curb.
So where we at? Jason,
I thought Jason made a
let's go back to Jason's.
Whatever
motion.
Jason's motion was, I second.
So,
Let him right.
the motion is that we, on the Crook property, sorry if I'm not saying that right, but, we make an offer of the 60,000 for the 70-foot easement and 50,000 for the improvements.
7-foot
50,000,
purchase.
60,000? 60,000.
Purchase.
Purchase
Yeah.
for the purchase of the Yeah, 70-foot wide purchase of land, sorry. And then 50,000 for the improvements.
As a special condition.
And you want two separate per property?
That's up to y'all.
No, go ahead, and then,
And then contingent also with the offer to the for sale property of 45,000 per acre for the purchase of that 70-foot strip.
Gotta be better.
Did you say 46,000?
Now, see, how much again for the per sale?
The appraised value, which is 45,000.
45, yeah, it was 45.
An acre, right?
1,000 per acre.
That makes sense.
And that would be 1 point, say acre and a quarter.
And let's see if we can't make that happen. If it doesn't happen, then we fall back on our powers to make it happen.
I like having it contingent upon that, but at least it gives you the power to negotiate.
I think that's fair.
That's very fair. Well, not super.
All right, I have a motion and a second to offer Crook $50,000 for the purchase of a 70-foot wide strip of land and $50,000 for a pad.
60.
No,
He's right.
60 and 50
yes.
Okay, 60 and 50.
60 for the
yes.
purchase of
for a
land.
pad and 50 for the pad.
Right.
And a $45,000 per acre for the for sale property contingent upon closing a deal with,
Well, both of them
Yeah.
agreeing to the deal. Then we close on it.
Yeah.
all right, and I put that, I said, on both properties agreeing to purchase, of the purchase.
I think Mariah wants you to read that again.
All right,
No.
I have a motion and second to offer Crook
Yeah, thanks, Dickie.
family $60,000 for the purchase of a 70-foot wide strip of land and $50,000 for a pad, and to offer per sales $45,000 per acre for their property upon both parties agreeing to sell.
You got it.
We'll come back and talk about it.
Motion and second.
Second by you.
Yep.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, I agree. Let's move on.
Just to be clear, though, that doesn't have the 5% negotiation,
It comes back here.
yes, leverage in there, like the, yeah,
That comes
okay.
forward.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. Write that down.
We came after the, way over the 5%.
Yeah, yeah,
Yea or nay, or come back to the board.
yeah.
That's it.
And I have no problem with doing condemnation if we have to.
Oh, God.
Well,
I have no problem with doing condemnation if we have
Oh,
to,
my
this
God.
back end especially.
yes. All right, discussion inclusion of an additional rate.
You through? Is that all you had, Sean?
Yes.
I gave you.
No, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I gave you your normal handout that you
Yes,
get.
sir.
We can read.
Yeah, you can read.
Yes.
So,
Good enough.
The only thing, one thing I was gonna talk to y'all about with the extra $100,000, coming into Saline County, we're gonna have some bigger sums on the easement bills for money.
Yep.
So I need to get Volker more easements, okay? But I've gotta be very delicate with that because when we give them easements, we give them checks. And so that locks in our amount. So I was talking to Perry about it a little bit. It's kind of hamstrung on some of that, because it doesn't give us very much room to go out and try to get easements. So if I give them 10, I may get them to work on their first 5 that they think they can get right out of the gate. Request those 5 checks. And then as they're working in the background on the others, they're not just sitting on some of those checks. If that makes sense. Maybe we can get some cash flow coming, so just to let y'all know, I may try to.
That's good.
To filter that a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's it, so.
All right, thank you, Sean. Discussing the inclusion of additional rate that is solely volumetric and would not include a meter fee. Aren't we done with that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
We haven't voted for it.
No, we haven't voted for it.
We haven't.
We're tabling it until they come back.
Yeah.
25 cents and 5.40, right? Now there are two numbers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Need a motion to accept that?
Oh,
Approve that?
I don't make that motion at all, but I mean, I don't think we need a motion because it'll come back in the,
That's fine.
it'll come back in the contracts, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't even know if we have the power to approve, we don't have the power to approve that.
All right, so we agree on the numbers. Todd, anything from Energy on
No
Washita
updates.
River?
They have not.
Okay. She hasn't contacted you back from
No.
that one? Okay.
Are they losing interest, do you think?
I can't answer that.
I'd really like to sell them that property.
I don't have a problem selling them and making some money either, but
Yeah, if they don't call, they don't call.
yeah,
We were just one of several options.
options, that's correct.
They had other options.
Do you think they've already gone with another option or something?
I can follow up on that and I'll give an update and ask if it's already been, because I do know that they are, it would be something that they would be looking at
Yeah.
at multiple sites across the state.
Yeah. And I know that they're looking at some grant money actually to do it, right? And they probably have a deadline or something that they have.
I wouldn't know with no grant money.
No.
It's just tax abatement.
Yeah.
Any idea what kind of money we're talking about if they were going to purchase something? No.
Okay.
We're good.
I mean, hold you up.
No, you're fine. Last thing in old business, discuss the granted proposal, the gentleman that was here at the last meeting.
I'd like to make just a brief recess because Rodney had to step out. I mean, he's been sitting here all this time.
I know, I was trying to get to him, and he'll be next after this. So we'll give him just a minute.
What?
That makes sense to y'all, just a common courtesy, I think, you know.
Sure.
And we shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't
Can
know.
we not move on to new business and start doing some stuff and then when he comes back in the room, follow that up?
Let's see us, I
We
mean,
can go ahead and talk about the grant, discuss the granted part, and then we can pick up anything serious with Rodney when he comes back. Basically, talk about grants. We need to be working on that like we've talked about. Where did we leave this gentleman? And I'm not passing or selling or anything. This gentleman that was here last month. I did get a call from him, forgot. A few days after that, he said he had found some grants out there that would probably fit us, and just let him know if we need him or not or whatever. Or we can decide on someone to pursue those grants. We're gonna, if we have to hire someone, do whatever, and because they're gonna become very critical in the next year, if there's any out there. So, any comments? We have, yes.
I'll make a comment. I love the idea of having someone going out there looking and chasing for some grant money for us, because
Yes,
you can't do that enough,
That's
because don't tell
full-time
me
job,
this project's going to wind up costing, so we need to pursue every option we can. So I like the idea of having somebody out there pursuing the option. I also like the idea that, Mayor, that you brought up of, have we exhausted everything with Arkansas Economic Development and everything in the state of Arkansas? That maybe might be some easy advisement to us on what's out there that we can be pursuing. I just don't want to leave any stone unturned when there's opportunities out there to go get some money for us, and we probably need to be on the aggressive side. of trying to find it and chase it. And that's where I'm at.
There's
I
another,
agree 10,000% on the aggressive side. I just, you know,
so we're gonna look into hiring someone?
well,
To do that?
I'm not so sure that that's, I mean, that's why, all of this stuff is why I kind of wanted Rodney in the room.
Yes.
Because he can hear this discussion and he can answer directly these things we're bringing up.
That's a good point.
The difference between them.
Sure.
I mean, granted, that's a totally private business enterprise is what that is. Yeah, and, yeah, they're gonna tell you everything they want to try to get you to sign on the contract. They're not gonna tell you, well, there are not that many grants out there, I guarantee you that.
Right.
They're not gonna tell you, I'm not sure, I don't know that we can get you. They're gonna tell you everything that they think is gonna get you to sign on the dotted line and give them some money.
Sure.
That's the only problem I've got with Granite is they want some money on the front end.
Yeah, it's $10,000 whether they succeed or not.
Yeah.
Thank
You know, this type of a thing. I'd
Rodney,
like to-
when you're ready, sir,
Yeah.
I wish there was somebody
take
out
over the
there
meeting, my friend.
that
and
chases money for
be
utilities like what we're doing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate your coming.
CAPDD is gonna want money before they ever start work. But that's what Rodney's here for.
Well, we'll start off by thanking you for inviting me,
Yes, thank you, Mike.
because what we want to do is help our communities move forward. And just to give you the background, 1968, the federal government created a lot of more government and provided a lot of money to communities, available to communities to help economic development. And so they created planning and development districts all across the nation. There's currently about 580 planning and development districts that are funded by EDA planning grants. Now, EDA is Economic Development Administration. And so the state of Arkansas created 8 planning and development districts in 1969. Ours here in central Arkansas consists of Saline, Pulaski, Faulkner, Lone Oak, Monroe, and Prairie counties. And we're the Central Arkansas Planning and Development District. And there's 7 others, Eastern Arkansas, Southwest, you know, all around the state. Now our boards and who we work for is made up of the county judges of each of those counties, the mayor of the largest city in each of those counties, and they appoint a business and minority representative to serve on the board. So that's who makes decisions about how we spend our money, what we do. But we have 50 municipalities that are members from those 6 counties that pay dues to us, and we use that due to match the money coming from EDA. And so this is a system that is designed to help communities with these type of grant issues. You know, getting a grant, knowing what you want to apply for is the easy part. Managing a grant and making sure that all federal regulations are met is the difficult part. And that's what we excel at. In the last 20 years, we've run about $300 million worth of projects. Currently, we've got about 250 projects going and worth about $40 million. And that's what these do. That's what they do. That's what they excel at. And they've been doing it for a long time, and they're very good at it. And, you know, trying to figure out how to make a community eligible for the grant, that's very important. How to figure out how to spend federal money is one of the, I don't care who says it's not difficult, it's very difficult. And following the rules, regulations, spending the money the way it's supposed to be spent, that's the important part of all of this. And, you know, we just work for the mayors and judges. Whatever they need us to do, we do it. If the mayor calls me up and says, Rodney, I want some money to do this or that, we're going to figure out some way, if we can, make it eligible, get it funded, and then we're going to manage that grant for the city. And you can see how, just think back to 1968. If you got $500,000 for a community like Benton, you know, I was 13 years old then, and I know for a fact that when, in the 70s, when the city of Benton went to city manager, the ability of the city government at that time was very minimal. And the city manager, the new city manager came in, he was handed a cigar box with all the bills in it and said, that's how we manage the city of Benton in the early 70s. And so that's why the federal government created PDDs, because they weren't capable of, back then especially. Now, times change, and the cities and communities are growing. I mean, what I've seen happen in Bryant in my lifetime is a perfect example of everything growing and getting bigger and more capable of doing this stuff. But there's no reason for it when the PDD exists. And one of my favorite stories about how you know how to use a PDD is when I was mayor of Benton, and the Coors came to town and bought a local plant, make ceramics. And I met with them. They were going to move it back to Colorado. I said, well, why don't you put it in Benton? Why would you move? You got everything going here. The people know how to do these jobs. Don't do it. And they said, well, we'd have to have a site. We're going to build a new plant. And I promised them what they wanted was electric feed from 2 different spots instead of just one. So if the power ever went off from one feed, it'd feed the other one. The other one would automatically kick in. And we had to have water and sewer. I just agreed to all of it. Well, when they left, I said, asked my engineer, I said, how are we going to pay for this? And he said, well, you just call the Planning Development District, they'll get you the money. And that's how Coors is here, because that's exactly what happened. And that's how easy it was to make that decision. Call us, I tell the mayors and judges all the time, just call us and tell us what you want to accomplish. And if there's some way that we can find the money and make you eligible, we'll get it for you. And so, same way with these projects that y'all are talking about coming through, there'll be, I don't know what all is possible on a project like that. Job creation, of course, is very important in getting these kind of grants. Making things available so that growth can happen, and that's exactly the business y'all are in. Bringing this water in here is going to ensure that we have that service available for whoever needs it. And that's why it's so important. So I can't stand here and tell you just exactly how we would help, but if you need us, we'll be there. Because if one of our mayors or judges ask us to do something, we get on it. And those are the people I work for, and these two work for. And so if y'all got any specific questions.
So y'all actively research federal grants, looking for what could fit in that area?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
When we know what the project is, what it's going to cost, the reasons for doing it have to be developed, to get grants. And so we work with the communities to do that stuff. And if y'all got specific questions about certain programs, what those two are my experts, and they can answer your questions. So, y'all got any questions?
If we were to ask you to help us find $40 million to build a raw water line and build a water treatment plant in Saline County, how far how far could we go as far as finding some pieces of that or all of it?
About 30.
What?
30 million.
What would be the first things we'd
The first thing I would look at is the area that your service area. That would determine if what agency would be eligible to grant you the money. So you're in the county unincorporated area. There are no matching grants that are out there for $1 million that if you met the income levels of that area, which we would find on a census tract, or we could do low to moderate income surveys just for that service area to see if you're eligible. That's $1 million. That's a Arkansas Economic Development Commission. ANRD, Arkansas National Resource Commission, or Division. Their grants are a little bit different. They don't always utilize us. We send them the grant information, we gather it so that you guys can apply directly to them. And then a lot of times, because of the federal compliance, the engineers will subcontract with us to keep them out of trouble, because there's a lot of federal things that go on. And there are, 3 programs right now going that you could probably qualify for something, just depends on what it is. There's also the economic development component. If you're going out there and somebody's looking in your area that would need utilities, that could flip all the way over to a different type of project that you would be serving utilities for that economic development site. And that would be based on job creation or promises of jobs. There's a lot of different things we would have to look at. Now, we don't charge for that. There's no $10,000 fee for us to do those projects or to do the research.
We like you already, lady.
Because the district, I mean, the judges and the mayors, the communities already members of our district for a minimal amount of money. So, for instance, let's see, well, as a matter of fact, Bryant's engineer called me today twice to ask about their FEMA application, because I am the liaison. There are agencies that require the communities or the folks that are applying to use the planning and development districts in their area to write their grants, because we're trained, we're certified. So for instance, FEMA, I'm the connection between that community for City of Bryant and Arkansas Department of Emergency Management. So we know a lot of people, been around a long time, and we just have to ask the questions. We have to get the information from you. And if you're going through a particular city, say Alexander, and if that city has a slot available, then you can apply through the city. Different agencies require different applicants. Some of them you have to be a city or a county, and then that's just a conversation you would have with Judge Brumley if you're in an unincorporated area. So, if you have any questions for me?
We need $40 million in 3 years.
Okay, yeah, you usually have about 3 years to get it done.
Is that, I just, it doesn't sound reasonable to even ask that of y'all, because I know y'all got a lot of other stuff you're having to
The
work
next
with.
question we would have is, if we can't get that amount of money, if maybe there's a limit on the amount you could get with the engineer phase it. And if you do your scoping, if you do your engineering, if you have it shovel ready, then it's easy for them to go to phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, once each of those are complete. You have to know what the agency likes, what's important to them.
Was it like one of those things, if it doesn't hurt to ask?
Correct.
Because you just never know, you might get.
Correct.
I got you.
And sometimes we have odd and strange grant programs that come up, and if we know you're looking for that, whatever their platform is, we will let you know. I just need like your
Good.
contact person. I mean, everybody can call, but it would be better if I just had like one person. They can give me information.
On those lines,
Yeah.
I just mentioned that, when I first became mayor in Shannon Hills, well, you know, anybody that's familiar with Shannon Hills knows there's that area that's next to Otter Creek. And it doesn't take an engineer to look at that and say, you know, they should never have built any homes here in that, next to that creek. And I just made that passing comment to one time to some of the folks at CAPDD when I was working on something totally different. Next thing I know, well, they've come up with, okay, Mayor, you know, they're fixing to start putting some money into this hazard remediation, or I forgot what it's.
Hazard mitigation.
Hazard mitigation.
Yeah.
And I said, I want to do a submission here, apply for that for y'all. Okay, well, sure, it doesn't cost me anything to apply, yeah, let's do it. And so they did it. Didn't get it the first year. Well, but they said, you know, we're gonna keep this active, so they kept it active. Didn't get it the second year either. But they kept it active, and guess what? We did get it the third year. And they took care of all the paperwork. That's one of the things where we don't have any staff, you know.
Right.
And anybody that is a part of their mission with us that will do the paperwork, that puts them miles ahead for me. You know, it does, because I'm in the same situation as Shannon. We don't have any staff. I've got a total of about 12, 14 people all together, counting the police. So, yeah, that to me is a big thing. They'll keep us straight on our paperwork, and we won't have to worry about that. But the other thing here too is they're not asking us to give them any money to run in. I mean, they're just asking us to get after it. Is my understanding. Am I wrong, Rodney?
Absolutely correct.
And the other thing too that to me is critically important at this juncture is for the state of Arkansas is finally getting into the water and wastewater grant business.
Mm-hmm.
Finally. One of the things that we've needed in this state forever. Rodney Larson knows everybody down there. These other folks know him too. Rodney knows Saline County. He is Saline County. And y'all know my love for Southern colloquialisms. I'm one of these guys, I just believe really strongly in dancing with the one that brung you. It's a local guy. I mean, why would, if it didn't cost anything anyhow, why wouldn't we?
Yeah, no brainer.
Yeah. No matter what else you do, why wouldn't we? So that's pretty much all I got. And they've been with me from the get-go. And they've helped me bring in many times more than my salary over the past 50 years. Yeah, I'm a rainmaker because of them. So.
Oh, I forgot a very important part. The grants that we usually find, the grant program pays us to administer the grants. You guys are not out of that money. I forget to tell them sometimes that, you know, they know, the cities know that it's built into the grant program.
Wow.
Certified.
That's good. Yeah.
And that's how we stay in business.
Mm-hmm.
Is the money we're paid from the grant.
That is big.
Unless you're a municipality, I mean, you're not going to be exposed to them really up to this point. You know, this is kind of new, you know, and so don't be surprised, you know. I mean, don't feel that you missed something over the years because unless you were a municipality up until this point, you would never probably come in contact with CAPDD. It's just...
So what do you need from us, Rodney? You want, like, on our email
Yes.
list where you can just track us, or just, we'll call you, or let you know what we got in mind, whatever the board.
Once the projects are defined, which I assume they are, we need to let them review the projects and see, excuse me,
Okay.
and see how we might could figure out a way to, like Lee said.
I'm thinking that, I mean, for them to really work, I mean, it's hard to say, y'all, we've got $250 million projects here, we need y'all to get us some money. We kind of need to, I'm thinking maybe Matt, or somebody that could divide this into, cut this elephant into edible pieces.
It really is. This is like in 3 now, isn't it? We talk about doing the first part. Benton's gonna take raw water, and so
Yeah.
you can explain that to him if you need to, but it's in 3 parts.
We just need to,
Yeah,
And that's wonderful.
we can start, dedicate us off.
yeah.
Don't you think?
Reservoir, you got a reservoir going in, water to Benton, start either starting, and then the treatment plant and the rest, and then the actual infrastructure, so it's like 3 parts.
You probably want a board liaison designated, whether it's Matt or somebody already on the board, somebody to work with Mayor Larson.
Maybe the treatment plant, maybe it fits into an economic development. I mean, I'm just throwing things out here, but you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't think we're doing ourselves any good or them any good if we just say, we need $200-something million here.
I think we need to take advantage of
Yeah, we
all the
can't,
opportunities
we
we
can't
get.
pass this.
So,
What about Brett? Maybe we put Brett on that? To keep him informed. Yes, that motion just passed, Brett.
For a fee.
They're the ones with the answers.
But that's gonna be the shortest way to what you need, right there.
good at.
I can tell you. You don't have to come here and then back there and then back. These ladies will be a lot happier.
Getting the money.
Getting a direct answer.
Yes, sir.
Do we need a motion to? I'll make a motion that we as a group take full advantage of all services that are made available through Central Arkansas Planning and Development District.
I'll second that.
All right?
Doesn't cost us anything.
Yeah, can we be clear on their contact person though? Shouldn't it be you, so that we're not,
I don't have a problem with that. Probably some of those answers he'll ask me, I'll have to go to him to get.
yeah, I mean, just to save some cost, I think Brett's,
I'll
Brett's
be
not
glad to
free.
do that, yeah.
Yeah, probably should be through, I'd assume through you first.
Yes, ma'am.
We already have a contract, don't even know what that costs.
Yeah, right.
It's not gonna cost us a bunch of money for them to come over and meet with you.
No, you direct us to do it, we'll do it.
All right.
We'll report back.
I'll be in touch with you, Rod. And we'll go.
Okay.
We'll have
So we're times
those
3,
two.
Matt.
Got your cards right here.
Oh, good.
That name number will
Did we vote?
hit any of us.
No, not yet, not yet. We're still writing, Mike.
Okay.
We don't need a motion.
No,
I don't think we need a motion.
I don't think we need a
We're
motion
gonna
either.
do it without a motion.
I don't think we need one.
No, we're good.
Then why make one?
We're not spending money.
You got that out, baby. Hey, I was gonna suggest it.
Paying the money, now you're engaging their service.
Okay.
Huh?
You can say the board director.
Okay, he says we need a motion, so I'm good.
You're engaging their services.
And
Doesn't
we got a
matter.
second.
Okay, Todd?
I didn't second it, Jason did.
I
Oh,
second
it's
it,
Jason, yeah.
because we already have an engineer under
Yeah.
contract, and we're just
Yeah, that's
directing him to
All right.
provide.
Let's move on. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you, Rodney.
Look forward to it.
Rodney, I have your number, my friend, you have mine.
Sorry I had to
Good
wait
to see
so
you.
long.
Thank y'all for coming and being patient. So that,
Well, I enjoyed it.
Hey, sometimes it's longer.
I knew all those people you're talking about.
Yes, sir, I know you did. You
They
did.
probably got their home phone number.
Thank y'all.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Anytime, fourth Thursday every month at 5 o'clock, you don't have to have an invite. Come on.
Yeah, those cards don't have our cell numbers on it. We'll figure that out.
That is fine, yes, ma'am. All right. Did good, Mike.
Thank you.
All right, next, this $7.7 million loan we just got, we need to approve that, if you will. And
Sorry, have we received the official notification of that?
hadn't heard anything, all I've seen is in the paper,
Yeah, we haven't received a formal letter,
and
so
so,
I think that might be a little.
What,
can we do that when we get it? It's pretty, no.
and so I'm kind of in the gray area, what the purpose is for the $7.7 million loan and how.
What it is.
Yeah, what's going to be used for, how we're going to pay for it, how's the, what happens?
So okay, Ken? So this is something we talked with Chris Conklever about last time we met with him. It's a general obligation bond fund program to the state. And they've explained to us upside, downside, both sides, up and down. That's the best program for them to fund our project with. Because it doesn't require any kind of rating from the bond rating, and it's backed by the state. And in addition to that, but there's limited funds. They only can fund $30 billion per year, I think, or $60 billion over 2 years, something like that. And so they had some available funds, and they were able to shift some of our funding from the SRF funding, which they've already technically granted us.
125?
125. They're able to shift some of that over to this, because they're trying to kind of back out of that $125 million commitment, de-obligate that. Their words, not mine.
Wait.
No, that's right.
So say that again, that sounds pretty big.
It is big.
They haven't de-obligated that yet, right?
They've said that it's on the table, and it's a concern.
They wanted us to go ahead and commit to get out of it. But bond counsel, I think some of us were there besides me, Friday Firm said, do not stay there, stay in that program. So
I don't think NRD can de-obligate it. We would have to say that we want to de-obligate it.
Yeah,
However, isn't there a 3-year, doesn't it fall off, once they've granted it, doesn't it fall off after like 3 years, and aren't we nearing that 3-year approval?
I don't know.
No.
I mean, we do that all the time.
we didn't hear that.
The other big advantage.
Well, yeah, we had to ask for an extension on one of our loans that we got granted for Bryant because we are taking too long to get easements,
Okay.
having trouble with easements, and they
Yeah.
they were going to de-obligate it for us.
The other thing that you can do with this money is you can request, and they didn't say that they would approve it, but I believe they would approve it, is to request that the payments be deferred for up to 10 years after it's approved. So we could defer the payment out to such a time where we have the funds to pay for it. But we haven't gotten a commitment letter. All we know is what was said at the commission meeting. But there'll be a commitment letter to follow, and I'm sure that they.
Will the commitment letter give the specifications of what you just said?
The terms of the loan?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So we don't know what,
We wait till we get to the.
we don't know what conditions they're gonna
No, we don't know
have.
what the conditions of it are. We should wait till we see the.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna mention the deferred payment part, but we can request that.
Yeah.
And they didn't say they would approve it, but they said we should request it.
Yep. Okay.
So the 7.7 million is part of the 125 million, and not in addition to.
Right.
And the 125 million, we have a letter saying that they have committed that to us.
Yeah.
And it's I know, we tell our clients all the time, but you gotta write a little A&RD to de-obligate that. We're not gonna do
Let me
that.
tell you this, what they told us in that meeting.
Yes.
Who all was at that meeting? You were there, no?
Ted was there. yeah.
Ted was in.
Ted was.
Ted was there.
Ted left.
I mean, basically, the conditions that they attached to that funding approval, we can't meet. We can't meet. Because they want an obligation from each entity on this board
Yes.
that says, in that contract, it says that you will repay that loan if the project were to fail. Each one of you would pay for that loan. That's not legal. And they say that that's what the conditions say, and I don't agree that that's what the conditions say.
What do you mean that's not legal?
You can't legally pay for an asset that's owned by somebody else.
That is true.
That's what makes it illegal.
But if the contract, because that's part of, if the contract looks, you can have a contract that looks through the entity. Looks through to the entity as the backing. That came up during my negotiations with Ryan, and I don't think that the agreement that is with the Finnish people currently does that completely.
They've got some concerns about us not having a rating, and that's come up a lot. And so, I mean, they basically all but told us they wanted us to back out of the loan. I mean, that's my words, not theirs, but that's what I heard that day.
They said that several times, not just once.
Well, so we're saying we're not getting that $125 million loan.
I think that's up in the air.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't have, I mean, as long as I have something else to grab a hold of, another $140 or $170 million to grab a hold of for this project, I'm not letting go of that until I.
How long can we hold on to it before we make them mad? Because that, not de-obligating it does keep, I mean, I'm all for not de-obligating it, but that does tie up $125 million in other projects that could be completed across the state of Arkansas for drinking water, correct?
Yeah, I know. I got some clients that didn't get funded because the money's tied up.
Yeah, that's just like a weird, how long do they let you hold on to it? If they want you to de-obligate it, how long do they let you have until they force you to?
But
If they're saying, why would they approve it if they're already gonna say we can't meet those stipulations? Why did we even get approved for it?
Those are all great questions.
bottom line, we
Appreciate
need,
you
we-
asking.
Just asking.
You should ask that Debbie and Debbie and Chris.
Listen to Chris.
Mr. Treat can ask those questions.
Yeah.
Ted was in the meeting.
We'll take that.
Okay,
Those are all great questions.
so we have a $7.7 million loan pending. Do we think that their considerations for that are going to be any different than the $125 million loan? Yes?
I
Okay.
don't want to answer these questions
Until we have
in my
time.
speculation,
Okay.
but yes, I mean, that would be my speculation. There's,
I think it's a good idea to have some money to get us to the next step, but when we get to the end of the 7.7 million step, we got obligation, and we need to be on the plane.
Yes.
That's gonna take it to the finish line. We need to have all that funding figured out. So it sounds like, while we're still hanging on to the NRC, it's still an incomplete solution funding-wise. We still need a funding solution to get to the finish line.
Sounds like we need the $125 million as well.
yes.
Well, I mean,
If we had the $125 million commitment from them.
if we had $350 million.
The original plan worked just fine.
Yeah.
Taking the $125 million and then taking some bond money to go along with that, or some other
Yeah.
source of money to get us up to the $175 million.
But they basically said, we're not giving you that $125 million because you'll never meet the stipulations that are written in the approval.
Do you mind misstating this?
Okay,
We need to,
it's a bigger gap than I thought.
We need to be thinking. I don't think anything is really determined yet, but there's a lot of things that are possibilities out there, and we need to be thinking about what we're gonna do if this happens or what that happens, is the impression I'm getting. Is that correct? I mean, you don't have a definitive anything yet, on anything yet. I mean, it's looking like this is the way they're going, but they haven't pulled it yet. And they can't, as I understand it right now, without us saying, okay.
They can't, but they can also not approve, they can also not say that we've met the stipulations because we haven't met the stipulations. Whether it's an argument of if they can legally ask that or not, it's still written in there, that's what the commission approves. So if we can't meet what they're asking, we're just gonna hold on to 125 million
I put Chris on the
until.
spot that day and said, so you're telling me that these conditions, that you know that you're telling us we can't meet legally, are your conditions, the money's not available. He said, we can't meet the conditions in the note. So you wrote it that way?
Yeah, then what?
You wrote the letter that way with an approval? I mean, I pressed him on it, and he
That was a new conclusion they came to draw, or that was?
called us into a special meeting for this. Ted went to it, I don't know.
Yeah, that just doesn't really make sense unless it's a new, like, why would you approve it if you were gonna come to that conclusion? Why even obligate it?
Good question.
Let me say this while y'all are thinking. When we applied for this back in October, they said they were we wanted 10 million. We asked for 10 million. And they said they would be moving 10 million in approved funding from the Clean Water State Revolving Loan Funds to the GEO bond funds, and the board will need to approve. Now, that's their words, not mine. So, we didn't stop this 125 million. We knew that they were trying to balk on it, so we haven't stopped there. We're looking at other funding. And Leanne's going to speak to some of that in just a minute. So there is a lot of work going on out there, trust me, right now, to get to this money.
Okay. The item that we're on is that number 2 under new business, which sounds like to me, we're not ready yet because we don't even have the documents from them.
No,
okay.
we can't approve now.
All right, all this other stuff is speculation.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just kind of want to know what we're going to do with that 7.7 million. That's going to start the fire to the next, get us to the next step.
Until I get a document in front of me, I don't care.
We're wasting time.
I mean, until I get a document telling me what I can do with the money, I don't care. Because if it says I got to start paying for it up front, then I can't get it because I can't start paying it back immediately. That is not the speculation. The speculation is you can defer it. If we can defer it, it can get us to the end where we have final documents where we can bid this thing.
Right.
That's what it gets us to. But until I get a document in front of me, just like what Roger wanted, I don't want to discuss it.
No, you're there.
I'm done. Let's move on.
Wasting your time right now.
So this goes on the agenda for next month.
Get shovel ready.
Yeah.
I agree. And that's why but until I have a document in front of me, we can speculate all day long.
Right.
You know how they are, they take a while to get.
Okay.
They approve like 100 projects.
Next.
Leanne, if you would, lady, would you speak to some of this?
Yes.
We really appreciate you waiting.
Sure,
Yes.
sure. Good evening, everyone. So the conversation before I came up here is very timely. Sitting in these meetings, having conversations with some of you, I think you're at a point where you need to model some numbers. You need to make some assumptions on different loan sources and figure out how you're going to pay for this project. And so what I would propose to the group, and let me be clear, years ago, I think the board asked me to look at some numbers. That was before really, a lot has changed since then. I think COVID has happened since then and a lot of things. There is something called a municipal advisor. And basically, a municipal advisor gives advice on municipal bonds or financial products and acts as a fiduciary to the entity that it serves. So whereas an underwriter, their goal is to issue bonds, so they get you to issue bonds and they sell it to investors and they're in the middle and kind of conflicted, a municipal advisor is required by the regulators to look out for your best interest. And I think you're at a position now where you need to issue an RFQ for a municipal advisor. And one of the things that municipal advisor could do would be to model some different scenarios. We've talked about WIFIA before. I am still convinced personally that there are some state and federal loan programs that make the most sense for this project, but a municipal advisor can look at all of those different scenarios. So that would be my suggestion to you. And I'm happy to answer any questions you have on that.
How much money?
Does it cost? Well, that typically, honestly, when we serve as municipal advisor, it's a case-by-case basis. We took a client who was applying for the TIFIA program, which is just like WIFIA for water, TIFIA is for transportation, and we basically analyzed all the work that was going to be needed to get an indicative rating and do the application and all that, and we gave them a flat fee quote. But it's case by case.
There's no metric you can apply, you know, like on a $200 million project, you can expect this?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. If this was a plain vanilla bond transaction, you could do that. But in my opinion, this is going to have several funding sources. I think it's going to have to.
Mm-hmm.
And so that takes individual analysis, aggregate analyses. So it would be reckless for me to even throw out a number.
So you're saying this municipal advisor could present us a plan that would get us to the finish line financially, and this is step by step, or?
And they have no conflicts, so they could talk to, anybody.
And when you said they also act as a fiduciary, that was kind of a new term I heard at the village. The board talked about, we're fiduciaries for you. It's like we're financially responsible, something in that. What does that mean?
So, well, it basically just means that the municipal advisor, by their regulators, because it's a regulated title, if you will. You have to take a test, and you're regulated.
Big deal.
You have to act in your client's best interest.
Financially.
Well, with all the advice that you provide.
Yeah.
You can't provide advice thinking it's going to benefit you as well. It has to be in the best interest of the issuer or the client.
Man, I'd love to see a financial plan, just one that would work, that if we went down this road, you'd get to the finish line. Maybe there's another path.
Right. Well, and the other thing I think too is costs have gone up, and then you have different interest rate assumptions. So you've got to look at all of those factors and see what the bottom number is and if you can afford it. So.
How long would it take for, let's say we hired one, how long would it take for them to put a plan together for us? If you have an idea.
Yeah, so when we've done modeling's one thing, but in terms of a plan, obviously, your engineer is going to be involved because your municipal advisor doesn't know how to build a treatment plant, right? So that coordination would probably take several weeks. General modeling of debt, could probably be done in a shorter period of time.
So probably in 2 months or so?
Yes, I would think so.
Would that require you to reevaluate project cost estimates, or are you going to use old numbers?
I mean, because it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, and I think if you're going to pay someone to do that, you would want these numbers updated.
Needs to be accurate.
Because otherwise you're wasting their, you're going to pay for it twice. You're going to pay for it twice.
Project now, probably by the time we're all said and done.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have that number in front of us, though.
Everything you're saying is making perfect sense.
Yes.
And I'll be the first to admit, there are some of these questions, that we're going to have to start addressing real quickly now that I wonder, we've got to have somebody that's more knowledgeable than me to help me navigate this stuff.
Yes.
My first question for you, Leanne, is that, number one, can you write the RFQ? And number two, how much would you charge us to write the RFQ?
Well, I will be honest with you and tell you, I would like to respond to the RFQ, so I can't write the RFQ.
Well, that makes, I like that even better, you know, but, I mean, the fact that you want to respond to the RFQ, that's interesting to me, but.
Have you ever done that, RFQ for a municipal advisor?
Who we get?
Don't worry about it. Never had to worry about it.
It's new territory for you?
Oh, heck yeah. I've always done it.
It's not the first time I've ever done it, so
we should let them early, don't you?
There's some copy and paste stuff out there somewhere.
I would say, we already have, I think that would be something that I would recommend to Perry to write. If we choose to do this.
Yep.
He can get on AI and write it.
There's probably one already written, it's just a Google search, I mean,
Have you already responded to an RFQ like this before?
I have. The City of Little Rock recently issued one.
Okay.
As well as the University of Arkansas system. So those are two recent ones.
So we can get theirs and eyeball it and see what we're talking about. Well, I definitely would like to see an RFQ.
I'd like to make a motion that we task Perry with writing an RFQ for a municipal advisor position to serve
This board. I'll second that.
Questions, is that the right, the way Mike said that, that works? Okay, good, thank you, Mike.
Is it qualification based or price based?
Qualification.
Qualification
That's
based.
RFQ.
It's professional
Well, I know,
services.
but I've seen RFQs with bid words and
Yeah,
price.
it's
I don't want to see that.
I've never
Professional
changes
services,
the
so
title.
you're probably prohibited from asking specific, certain specific economic questions.
Makes sense.
Am I wrong?
First,
You're absolutely correct.
yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay.
All right, I have a motion by Mike to have Perry write a RFQ for a municipal advisor for Saline Regional Public Water Authority.
Second.
Have a motion second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, I
You
agree.
didn't hear me. You heard
It really
yours.
takes a little while, you know?
We've got to have, I mean.
We've got to,
That gives me some hope. That gives me a lot of hope. I really, that was some of the best ideas I've
My only
ever
question was,
heard.
can we afford it yet?
Yeah, yeah.
I like
We'll get to
that.
that. All right, dead trees on treatment plant property. Matt, we got, Bobby, didn't we get letters on that from some?
Got a email from a lady that lives in that housing addition right behind our property for the treatment plant. Said there's a bunch of dead trees there and she's afraid it's gonna fall on her house and her fence. So she would like to see us take them down.
Where? On the water treatment plant.
On the water treatment plant site. Next to that housing addition that's right there.
Up there in the tree, where the trees.
I think a
Most
fella,
of the trees
came
are
here
right on
and
the
talked about
outside
it.
of them.
Now, he come here and asked about the water tower. If it was gonna be a
worried about the
Because he don't want the trees cut.
Trees cut.
That's right.
That's right.
He wants to preserve the trees.
But there was an email that Catherine DePels Maker emailed out to the whole group. I responded on behalf, and include everyone in the group, just to kind of make sure she wasn't
And the where it's at, it could be hard.
dead-ended. But I appreciate you bringing it.
If there's not anything around that, it won't be hard to bring down, but if they're leaning the wrong way and all that, it's a different
Depends on
animal.
where it's at in there. Some of that stuff's pretty thick in there.
It is,
Mr. Chairman,
yes, sir.
can I direct a question to our esteemed council here?
Absolutely.
It's my understanding if a tree falls, it's an act of God. Whatever is on their side of the fence, they have to clean up. Whatever's on our side of the fence, we have to clean up. It's also my understanding that if we go in there and we start trying to take down a tree, and we cause a tree to fall on a fence or on a house, well then we could be liable. Can you just answer it? Now, and as long as we don't mess with it and it falls, it's an act of God.
You're responsible for reasonable pruning though, and if there are dead limbs, it may be considered negligent to have not trimmed them or gotten rid of the tree entirely. You're right on the second. Once we step in and start moderating or changing the natural environment, yes, then it does become for sure our problem. But the question before then, it's not black and white. It's whether the landowner was negligent in trimming their tree or failed to trim their tree.
When we were in the village, we had this issue all over the place.
I'll bet.
And just like you said, the only difference is when we were given notice of a tree that was on POA property that had the potential, and if it fell, it was on us.
Okay.
But if we didn't know about it and it just happened, it was totally an act of God.
Yeah.
Type of thing. But now I got an email here from someone that's given us notice. I think it would behoove us to eyeball this and evaluate this situation a little bit, just to make sure there isn't potential.
Brett, take a ride out there.
They don't specify which trees, right?
See what you find.
They do not.
All they're doing is just trees over there, we think they might fall.
But
They're not specific.
You have the email from Miss Catherine that went out, and it's not real specific.
Any tree contractor is going to be insured, so if it falls.
That's what I was gonna tell Mike.
Always hire an insurer.
You understand what we got there, that's his.
Should be pulling their car. It's alive.
I would say that's specific enough.
This one's alive.
I don't want to fight that battle.
No.
Well, I mean, let's go out there and look at her property line. Let's see if we have something that's gonna.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we'll go check it
Yeah,
out.
we're just gonna check it out and see and have,
Contact
you have the contact information or forward that to, send that to Matt.
Okay.
And then he can follow up.
And their water plant side needs bush hog too, please.
Mike talked to the judge, didn't you, about bush hogging?
I just mentioned it to him, that's all, and told him that you were gonna be getting in touch with him. And,
yes, sir.
they've got bush hogs and they've got tractors and they've got all, they've got sides.
I will do that, I sure will.
On your way, via email.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Anything else? Any public comment? Anyone here from the public would like to come up to the podium, ask a question? Anything, anybody? Except that lady in the back there. She's probably hoarse from hollering at me all day, so she can't. If not, I will entertain a motion to go out of regular session into a executive session. And we have been told everybody can wait right here. We'll move into that little room right across the hall and be right back.
I gotta have a motion first.
I have a motion. And a second.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn to executive session.
Yes, and we will return.
Leave your phones in here.
Yes,
Leave your phones in here.
thank you. Here we want to be exactly right on how we did this. We had discussed employee not problem, but issues in the meeting, and
Tell them you had to write my resignation letter?
no. So, we are making some decisions in there, and we're talking about in January, the elections will be up in January, the fourth Thursday, whatever date that is. And we will no longer have an employee paid to do anything. Nobody on the board.
First, I think, I make a motion that we come out into the executive session.
Yes.
Second.
All right.
Oh, better write this down.
Back into
Regular session. I know.
Okay, all right.
But,
Send me the recording.
yes. I make a motion that effective the January elections, that we do not pay any board members for administration services.
All right.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Now, I would like to say at this time that I'm resigning my position as Secretary Treasurer of the Saline Regional Public Water Authority, but I will remain on the board as a board member.
Right.
Effective tonight.
Now, we will get, I will get these minutes,
Point of order.
Yes.
I think he needs to clarify the positions that he's resigning from. And it's kind of taken care of with him saying that he's going to remain on the board, but I think he needs to specifically say what position he's resigning from.
He did.
He did.
Did he? Okay, I didn't hear it.
He did.
He did.
He did.
Okay, I apologize.
No,
You're
he
good.
did.
That's all right.
Dickie, as far as meeting minutes go, Philip and I will work together, and I'll get you some kind of minutes for just this month. We will not be handling it past year, but
No, that's fine.
for this meeting, we will take care of it.
All right. I'll get with Todd, we'll
meeting
work on
minutes.
that, that'd be okay.
Either way.
Yeah. We'll get that figured out. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
I knew I was gonna get him involved before this flew. All
Sorry,
right,
Philip. Yeah, exactly.
we're back in regular session. Any questions, anything? If not, we're in good and welfare. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Did we vote? Or everything? Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Yes.
okay. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, and we did, before I know, didn't we, Todd?
Yes.
Yeah.
I made a motion, second.
I second it, yes.
And then after
I made a statement, we have no vote on that.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
Yes,
Second,
yes.
We're adjourned. Thank you.
second, third, fourth.